Chill Out Records.
What's up, my people? What's up, my people? I hope you're having a fantastic weekend. I'm your host, SG. Welcome back to Chill Out Records. Man, I hope you guys have had a fantastic week. First of all, I just want to thank all the new subs that I've just gotten. 290 subs. I know I hit 299. I was almost going to hit that 300 mark, but I don't know what happened. I think some people just saw my face and were like, I'm afraid. First of all, let's get the kids out of here, man. Where are the kids?
Wait, watoto, endeni mkafanya nini? Homework.
All right, let's get the kids out of here first. Because what I'm about to talk about today is going to be
Are you crazy? You're fucking paranoid. You are fucking.
It's some crazy stuff, man. So let's get started, man. So yes, thank you for all the subs. Thank you for all the likes. Don't forget to like the channel, like the video, of course, because YouTube's weird algorithm obviously comes into play where they start telling you, oh, you know, not a lot of people have liked your video, so we're not going to recommend your video. So yeah, so let's just dive straight into the 9 traits, the 9 rare traits that every high performer needs to have. And I was just going through this list, and I think this is something that I found really interesting, and I want to talk about it because it also, I mean, it affects me, it affects all of you guys. All of us want to become a high performer. We want to be someone that people can depend on, people can recognize as someone that just gets shit done. So let's just look at this picture here. So the 9 rare traits that every high performer needs to have. And I think all of these points were just really resonates with me. All right, so let's start off with the first one. Gets ish done. The ability to persist through any challenge, is known for completing things fast and super trustworthy with the tasks that he or she is given. I know a lot of people, and I've cut these people out of my life, that you can never trust them to get anything done. And if you are one of these people that you know that you're not able to do something, someone has told you to do something, just freaking do it. If you can't do it, communicate that you cannot do it. Don't just sit over where are your freaking whips, man? Where are the whips? Don't just sit over there and not even say anything like, oh, you know what, I cannot even do anything. You know, if you're not able to do something, just say I cannot do it. And just let the other person know instead of wasting their time. And some people will just, you know, they'll just sit there. They won't really say that they cannot accomplish a task. And at that point, instantaneously that trust is broken because you know you cannot depend on this person to do anything that you ask them to do. You know, if you know you're strong at something, if you are aware, which is now obviously the second point. So let's actually just go into the second point, which is the self-awareness. Okay, self-awareness. Are you aware of the strengths and the weaknesses that you have? Knows how to improve their weaknesses. There are a lot of people I know, and I've cut them off. It's like, do you really know what you're strong at doing? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? Identifying your strengths and weaknesses so that you know what to improve on. Right? There are people just walking around skating through life without understanding what are their strengths and what are their weaknesses and how can they improve the things that they're shit at. I'll give a perfect example. I really suck at communication. Communication is one of the skills that I have really been trying to improve in my life, but I've just really failed at that. And I've really been stepping up my game, communicating with my work colleagues, communicating with family and friends, communication with my relatives, neighbors, all that kind of stuff. I've really been trying to improve that stuff. It's just something that I really have a hard time doing. And number one, being self-aware that I have this weakness and it's something that I need to improve on is a skill set in its own. Identifying the problem is the first step. I have identified I suck at communication. I suck at, and what does that do? It affects my relationships. It affects my social life because people think that I'm just ignoring them purposely. I'm not ignoring you purposely. I just suck at talking. Why don't you understand that? So you want to become a high performer. You want to be someone that other people value as someone that just knows what they're doing, can get shit done. They're self-aware. They're super, they're efficient at what they're doing. That's where everyone wants to be. Everyone wants to be there, but it's not an easy thing to get there if you don't put in the freaking work, man. Where are the whips? You can't just be sitting alone at home watching movies and gaining weight and expecting to see the results, man, and people just praising. There's nothing like that, man. You got to put in the work. You got to put in the work to see the results. You don't put in the work, you're not going to see the results. You're just going to be sitting there and be like, why am I not moving forward? Because you're not putting in the work. Nothing comes in life easy. Nothing comes in life for free. We don't deserve shit. We need to work for that shit. I need to work. I need to get onto this channel and make content so that you people can like and communicate with me and grow the channel. I need to put in the effort so that I can get the views, I can get the likes, I can get some engagement going. If I don't put in the work, nothing's going to happen. If I just sit back and be like, oh, why is my channel not getting any views? That's not going to happen, man. So being self-aware. Are you aware of your weaknesses so that you can improve them? And I think that is the first step. All right. Will understand how long it takes to complete work. That is also another valid point. A lot of people just do a lot of talking. Maybe they're good at communicating what they can do, but they don't fully understand how long they would take to complete a certain task if you give them something to do. Someone tells you, hey, can you just run by the store and just get me that tape or something? Can you just buy me this? And then, they go there and then they end up talking to their friend. They get distracted or something. You tell them, hey, can you, you tell the designer, hey, can you paint me this picture? Can you paint me or whatever? Just draw me this picture and send it back to me. Yeah, I'll do it in like 2 hours. In 2 hours tops, I'll get it done. I had a friend who came over to my place, took pictures of me. Okay? All he had to do was transfer those pictures onto his computer and email them back to me. It took him 4 years. I'm not lying. Where are the whips for this dude? Where are the whips? How do you take 4 years to send me back my pictures? I don't know if it's laziness or procrastination or if it's, I just don't understand. This was someone that needed these pictures because they were doing a project in school. They were doing a project in school, and I'm not gonna say any names, okay? But Maz, you know who this person is, okay? Maz, if you're watching this, you know who this person is. 4 years. 4 years! If it was maybe not even 4 months, 4 days, maybe 4 days, 4 days makes sense. All he had to do, he had the camera on that. He came over with a professional camera. I don't know if I have these pictures. I don't know if I should even share these pictures with you guys. Let me just see if I can share these pictures with you guys. Let me see if I can find them first to begin with. If I can't find them, then too bad. But holy crap, man. It was just sad that it took 4 years for him to send me these pictures. And it's just like, what the freaking hell, man? Let me see if I can find them here. If I can find them, good. If not, then too bad. Oh man, it's crazy. Yeah, I don't know where I put them, but yeah, yeah. This is the current state of things, man. Let me see if I can find these pictures. Some actually, it was really good pictures. Like he took some really good pictures, and these are professional pictures. He came with it like a really good camera. He came through and he was like, I'm going to show you guys this stuff. I was like, yeah, sure. Come over, take some pictures, and he had this really good camera, and it's like, yeah, this is amazing. But 4 years, 4 years to send me back my own pictures, that was just messed up. So, okay, I can't find the pictures, but it's fine. But you get the story. Okay, number 3, show empathy. I don't know about this point. I get the whole part of being empathetic. Is empathetic a word? Showing empathy, yes, I understand that part, but you can only show empathy if you understand someone else's background and where they're coming from. I don't know. I don't really fully. Okay, let's see. So treat everyone with respect. Obviously, that makes sense. You don't deserve respect. You need to earn it. You need to give respect first to get it back. You don't just walk into a room filled with complete strangers and expect them to respect you. That's not going to happen. You need to respect them first. And if they treat you like shit, then you can show them the finger and tell them, you know what, F off. I don't really care about you because I have done my part. If you do not respect me back, if I've treated you well, I've had encounters with a lot of people where I've treated them really well. I've given them, utmost respect. I've gone out of my way to do things for them, and then they don't reciprocate. They don't do the same back. Then you can just show them the finger and tell them, you know what, fuck you, because I've tried everything in my power to be generous, kind, loving, caring, whatever it is, and then you just stab me in my back, then you can go screw yourself then, right? But I've done my part. I have done my part. I have tried to earn that respect. If you don't want to give it to me, then you can go screw yourself. So I absolutely agree with that point. We'll go into conversations with full empathy, understands the struggles of others. Yes, of course, everyone has their own problems and struggles and pain and misery and whatever they're going through. Everyone has a different life. Everyone has their own journey, and I understand that they are going through their own problems and shit. I get that, right? But I'm not able to know your story if you don't tell me what you're going through, right? But having that understanding, that's, yeah, maybe, someone is going through some crap, and maybe that's why they're not able to do that. I get that part. I get that. You can only take so much if they do not explain themselves as to why they are the way they are. If they're not respecting you in the way you're expecting them to respect you, if they're not able to even give you an explanation as to why, or even point you to some documentation or some kind of history to explain why they are the way they are, then it doesn't justify them disrespecting you. All right, number 4, strong communicator. How many times have I talked about this? I really suck at communicating. Ever since I started going back into not going back, but when I started this channel and I wanted to, really improve my communication skills, and I said, you know what, I need to put my foot down. I'm not going to really tell anyone what I'm going to be doing. I'm just going to go live. I'm just going to be talking on a freaking podcast. I don't care if I sound like an idiot. But I just want to do it because I really need to improve my communication skills. Maybe at some point, my communication skills will be so good. People will just be, standing in the masses ready to listen to me. I don't know. Maybe it'll take me like 10 years for me to perfect my communication skills. I don't know, man. I've been on YouTube now for 2 years now. 2 years on this platform doing this in front of the camera. I know, of course, I've taken a couple of breaks here and there, 5 months here, 6 months there, blah, 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 whatever, but, that's because I'm traveling. But, when I'm back and I'm able to do this, here I am trying to improve my skills. So I really need to improve my communication skills. So strong communicator, can communicate ideas and concepts very well, can communicate with all types of people. This is actually a very valid point. There are so many different groups of people. There are, different people coming from different backgrounds, people coming from different ethnicities, different cultures, different everything. Like, if you are able to communicate with all these different groups, I still feel I'm only able to communicate with a certain type of group. And the sad thing is, I still haven't identified what this group is exactly. So I need to first identify which group am I able to really connect with in terms of communication, with the limited communication skills that I have. Need to perfect that and then broaden my range. So yeah, communicates clearly and at speed. I've talked to a lot of people that really talk very slow. So you have a conversation with them and you're like, are you trying to kill me? Are you trying to bore me to death? Just come on, man. Speed things up. Just get to the freaking point. And then there are people who talk too fast and you just completely zone out. They just keep talking, and won't even shut up for like 2 minutes. And, I know one person that won't shut the hell up. Like, you get on a call with this person or you meet them in person, they will just keep talking. And even that's too bad, because that's too much, because you're not letting the other person process what you're saying and at the same time respond to what you've said. Communication needs to be a two-way thing. It's not a one-way, like, you're the freaking radio and the other person is just the receiver. It's a two-way thing. One person speaks, the other person listens, processes what you've said, and then responds to what you've said. There are people you communicate with that just keep talking. They won't even let you respond to what you want to say. And it's like, how is this a communication? This is not a communication. This is a dictatorship. This is more of I feel like I'm in a freaking school. I'm just sitting over there as a student and you're just telling me what I need to do. It's not a communication, really. It's not a two-way thing. All right. Number 6, control over emotions. Yes. Absolutely. I think I even talked about this with someone, and I told them that I think she actually asked me, what would you do when you're angry? And my response was, I like to cool off, because I don't like to have communication when I'm angry, because anger is an emotion, and an emotion can control your decision. It can cloud your judgment. It can force you to do or say something that you might regret in the future. Words cannot be taken back. Once you physically tell someone, on the internet you can just delete the video, but physically, face to face, when you tell someone something, those words, once spoken, cannot be retracted. You cannot take them back. You cannot delete it. It's not the internet. But even on the internet, these videos, when we say we delete them, well, they're not really being deleted. They're just sitting on the cloud somewhere, archived. I'm in the field. I understand what it means to delete, really, But anyway, face to face. I'm talking about face to face. So you're emotional, you're not able to control your emotions, and your emotions will then control your logical thinking, and it will cloud your judgment, and you'll end up saying something that you might not be able to take back. Even if you tell them, sorry, I didn't really mean it, when you've calmed down, when you've cooled down after like a day or so, when you come back and you're like, oh shit, I shouldn't have said that. Let me put my phone on mute. It's like everyone needs to call me right now. Yes. Anyway, so yeah, it is, sorry about that, guys. I do apologize, whoever's calling me. Okay. Talk about communication skills. Okay. Where was I? So, can handle stress very well, never lets emotions affect their decisions, and knows when to take a step back. Yes, knowing when to take a step back. When you understand someone has wronged you, someone has disrespected you, someone has caused you to have a really bad emotion, you need to step back, think, cool down, gather your thoughts, and then respond. When you are calm and ready to respond, you get back and then you say, okay, what's the problem now? Let's discuss. Let's go over the events that triggered me this way, you know? So yeah, I think it's very important to understand when to do that. And even when you're happy, it goes both ways. Because you could be like super happy, super in love. You know, I think even love is a perfect example. Some people, when they fall in love, they get overexcited and they let their emotions really make their decisions for them. Oh, let's move in together. Let's have a baby. Can we just calm down? I know you found someone that you love. Breathe. Think about it logically. Is this the right person for me? Okay. You know, make a list. Are they doing A, B, and C? What am I doing in return? How is this relationship going to work? Where are we going to live? You know, A, B. You hash out all the details, because even when you're in love, you're just blinded by, love is blind. So you just end up making decisions based on how you feel, and you'll end up making wrong decisions. You'll end up doing the wrong thing, and that's how a lot of women, end up just getting pregnant with a guy, and then they realize, holy crap, this guy just turned out to be a total douche. Because you just let your emotions make your decisions for you. And at the end of the day, women are the gatekeepers of, the ding dong. So yeah, a woman could literally just go online and say, you know what, I'm ready. I am ready to receive. And there will be thousands of men lined up, ready to go. Let's go and get it, guys. Meat's back on the menu. So, why did I say that? Okay. So, yes, what was I saying? Yeah, so if she finds a guy that she's really in love with, if you're a woman and you find a guy that you really think you like, sit back and relax and ask yourself, is this the right guy? Is he okay? Put that emotion aside and just look at it logically. Is he someone that can, give me a good life? Take care of me? Will he not cheat on me? Will he be someone that will respect me? All these kind of things. And it goes both ways for the men as well. Men will look at women and be like, oh, yeah, that's the one. But you gotta stop, slow down, and just ask yourself, okay, apart from her body, if you take sex out of the relationship, what else can this woman do for me that will make our relationship meaningful and something that can last for the long run? But why am I going into relationships? We're talking about high performance. Okay, so let's go back. Let's stay on topic, man. You gotta stay on track, man. Okay. Let's stay on track here. Okay. Speaks up. Doesn't just accept things, wants to see positive change, will speak up for colleagues. Yes, when you see something's not right, when you are confronted by people that tell you to do something that you do not agree with, when your values and norms are not aligning with the people that you're surrounding yourself with, you need to tell them, hey, I don't think this makes sense. You need to speak up and say, you know what, I don't really agree with this. And then, of course, explain why, because a lot of people would just stand and say, oh, no, I don't agree with this. But then they don't give you like a reason as to why. So you need to have a reason to go with the reason why you're not agreeing with what the society or whatever the people around you are saying. Okay, so speak up. And will speak up for colleagues. So let's say your workmate is not getting fair treatment in the job that they're doing. Speak up for them. Maybe they're not able to speak up, but if you speak up for them, that will put you at, they will look at you as someone that they can depend on to speak up for. They will look at you and be like, oh wow, that he's got the confidence, he's able to do it for me. And it will also encourage them to then do the same, because they're like, okay, if he can do it, I can do it, you know? So I like that. I like that idea. Right. Number 8, manages time well. I think this is something that I've also struggled with sometimes. You know, as you can see, my channel, I've not been posting consistently, or sometimes my lives are a bit late. Like today, I was, I think, 8 or a couple of minutes late, 10 minutes late or something like that. Time is something that is so important. If you're not able to manage time well, then you're not able to get your things done on time. That means you are late and you are affecting other people that are probably depending on you. For instance, if you're a delivery driver or something and you're not able to manage your time well, you will not be able to... Bloody hell, how many people are going to keep calling me today? Give me a second, guys. I just need to see, is there like a freaking emergency? Why is everyone thinking about calling me today? Okay, sorry about that. Now, what was I saying? Yes, time management. So, yeah, manage your time. Understand that there's someone who's depending on you. You can't be slacking off. And, you know, the minute you're late, you're affecting someone else's time as well, because maybe they're depending on you to do a certain task by a certain time, and then you're late. That means they have to now rush and do something that they had estimated a specific time to do, but now they can't do it because you've delayed them, and then now it affects them. And so they cannot depend on you anymore. So be it a meeting or, you know, anything, they expect you to do something on time. They expect you to deliver a project on time. You know, if you're not organized, if you're not managing your time well, then you will not be able to deliver on time. And yeah. So, is self-organized and self-managing, will provide updates clearly, is on top of all tasks, enjoys being wrong. I think I just raised that point myself. Understand, if someone has pointed out something that is different to the way you believe it works, you know, let's say, for instance, I make my pot noodles by adding salt and then putting in the packet of spices that comes with that pot noodles, and someone tells me you don't really need to add salt, and then they explain to me why, because there's already salt in the packet that's provided in the pot noodles, then that makes perfect sense. I will accept it. I will embrace that different viewpoint. Yes, I will embrace the different viewpoint, will own my mistake. If I've made a mistake, I will own up to that mistake. A lot of people in this society, when they make mistakes and people tell them, you know, you've made a mistake, they'll just block you. Like, they'll just block you and move on because they don't want to be told that they're wrong. No one wants to take accountability for the mistakes that they've made. If you've wronged someone, or I think wronging someone is something else. But okay, maybe, I think it falls in the same category. If you've wronged someone, that's a mistake on your side, right? Maybe you've made a false assumption of someone. Yeah, you've made a false assumption of someone, then own up to your mistake. Agree that I made a mistake. I'm sorry. What can I do to rectify this? You need to have a growth mindset. Exactly. You need to have a growth mindset. Damn. I mean, these are amazing points. I really liked each and every one of these. Let me know if you guys liked them. If any of this made sense. I really do appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for all the likes, the subs, the views. It really does support the channel. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Where is the freaking music? Where's the music? Exit music.
Chill Out Records.